JSW's Vijayanagar Works is the fastest growing steel plant in India. Started in the year 1994, the plant is located at Thorangallu in the Bellary Hospet iron belt of Karnataka. From the capital city of an ancient empire, Vijayanagar has transformed into a world-class steel city, which is home to India's largest blast furnace, fastest bar and wire rod mill, and the widest hot strip mill. The iron ore is sourced from the Bellary Hospet belt and delivered to the Vijayanagar facility, where it is first brought to the RMHS or Raw Material Handling System to extract the metal from iron ore. Several physical and chemical methods are used depending on the chemical properties and nature of the ore from which metal is to be extracted. The iron ore fines thus received go through the beneficiation process using techniques like crushing, grinding, gravity, or heavy media separation using magnets and screens to improve the concentration of iron and remove impurities, which results in high-quality iron ore fines. A grinding mill with spherical ball charge, referred to as ball mill, is used to grind coarse concentrates of the ores, which ultimately leads to the creation of fines used for pelletization. The concentrate thus produced is now ready to move into the next stage for making sinter and pellet grade concentrates for pig iron production through blast furnace route. But before that, it has to pass through the RMHS facility. The iron ore fines are converted into tiny pebbles of suitable size, ranging from 8 to 16 millimeters in diameter. By rolling the iron ore fine material with the addition of water and external binder like bentonite or polygel and additive, and the tiny balls thus produced as a result of this process are called pellets. The Vijayanagar facility has 2 pellet plants in which only the physical property of iron ore is changed. Pellet plant 1 is a dry process, and the major units of this plant are pelletizers of 7.5 meters diameter, indurating furnace, electrostatic precipitator, and water recirculation system. Whereas on the other hand, pellet plant 2 has a wet process where filtrate material from beneficiation plant 2 is used as feed. The iron ore is now ready to be sintered. And each sinter plant is equipped with a mixing and nodulizing drum, sinter machine, and a cooler. Sintering is done by partially baking the iron ore in the presence of coke fines. JSW Vijayanagar Works has both recovery and non-recovery type coke making facilities. The non-recovery type coke is made in the coke oven plant 1 and coke oven plant 2. The raw material passes through crushing, stamping, charging, pushing, quenching, wet and dry processes, after which high-quality coke is obtained. The flue gases generated from the coke ovens are used as a source of energy for power generation, and furthermore, about 76 megawatt of power is generated from the coke dry quenching plant. In recovery type coke ovens, value-added products like coal tar, ammonia, and sulfur are extracted from the gas. The sintered ore along with coke is now ready to move to the blast furnace and gets a step closer to become steel, where the iron ore melts and converts into liquid metal called hot metal, which consists of iron and small amounts of silicon, sulfur, and other undesirable contents in the form of slag. Now the freshly formed hot metal is moved from the furnace to the steel melting shop, SMS, by ladles or torpedo. The desulfurized metal is then sent to the converter, where excess carbon content is removed by blowing high-pressure oxygen, and this is done either by using the SMS converter or the electric arc furnace. The basic oxygen furnace shop has 7 converters in 2 separate shops, SMS1 and SMS2. SMS1 has a heat size of 135 tons with 3 converters, and SMS2 has a heat size of 180 tons with 4 converters, and the tap-to-tap time is 45 to 50 minutes. After passing through the converter process, the metal is then taken to the ladle heating furnace. In this, microalloys are added to get the required quality of steel based on the customer requirement. The oxygen steel making process rapidly refines a charge of molten pig iron and ambient scrap into steel of a desired carbon and temperature using high purity oxygen. This liquid steel is then casted in the casters in the form of slabs and billets of various dimensions and sizes. The billets are passed through various equipments like horizontal and vertical rollers, loopers in wire rod mill and bar rod mill, which helps to reduce its dimensions, converting them into wires and bars of desired dimensions, and then they make their way through to the water box for quenching, followed by the cooling bed and bundling station. Meanwhile, the slabs from the slab casters are sent to the hot strip mill, HSM, for reduction of thickness as per the customer's requirement, and also to induce some required mechanical property. The hot rolled coils are first trimmed on both sides to the required dimension and then taken to the pickling line, where we use hydrochloric acid to remove rust, oil and iron stain. This is basically done to remove the impurities, and from here the coils make their journey to the cold rolling mill. In the cold rolling mill, the coils are passed through automated reversible rollers to reduce their thickness and ensure tolerances within permissible limits. The cold rolled coils are then taken to a continuous annealing line, where it goes through an annealing furnace for dual purpose and imparts the desired mechanical properties and reduction in hardness. The cold rolled sheets are now ready to undergo galvanization, a continuous hot dip process done using automated machinery imported from world-renowned suppliers. In this process, the sheets are coated with zinc according to customer specification. Zinc coated or galvanized steel offers a unique combination of maximum sacrificial protection, which is unmatched with any type of metallic coating. This sacrificial property of zinc protects the underlying base steel until all the surrounding zinc is consumed, and thus galvanized steel is formed. After galvanizing and before the coiling process, a layer of passivation is applied to the product to protect the zinc layer. Passivation basically is the use of a light coat of a protective material, such as metal oxide, which helps in retaining the quality of stainless steel. This product can now be directly used or may be value added with further processing. Delivering high quality steel products has become synonymous with brand JSW, and that is because of the stringent quality norms that JSW adheres to at the steel plant. JSW products are certified by the Bureau of Indian Standards and are available at retail outlets across India. Before the products move on to the next stage of evolution, they are tested for quality in a state-of-the-art in-house testing facility. The finished product undergoes more than 20 tests before reaching the end consumer. JSW Steel is one of the largest producers of steel in India, and over the years, it has emerged as a brand known across the world. JSW Steel is proud to be charting a course towards excellence that creates an opportunity for every Indian and in the process leads to the creation of a sustainable, dynamic and developed nation. JSW Steel.